They watch you. They wait. They test you. They feed off your reactions like parasites, hoping you'll slip, hoping you'll give in, hoping you'll surrender control of your emotions to them. And most people do. Most people take the bait. Most people can't resist the urge to prove themselves, to explain, to defend, to fight back. But you are not most people. You don't play their game. You don't fight battles that are beneath you. You don't react to fools because you understand something they never will. True power doesn't come from screaming, proving, or begging. True power comes from silence. True power comes from knowing when to walk away, knowing when to remove your energy from the equation, knowing when to let them self-destruct in their own desperation for control. They thrive on your attention. It fuels them. Every word you say, every look you give, every ounce of energy you waste engaging with them is a victory for them. They manipulate, they twist, they bait, and the weak always fall for it. The weak argue, the weak fight, the weak give their power away because they still believe they need to win some imaginary war. But you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You know the secret. You know that when you refuse to engage, when you turn your back and walk away without a single word, you shatter their illusion. You rip the power straight from their hands, and they are left with nothing but the emptiness inside them. They wanted to control you. They wanted to manipulate your emotions, make you doubt yourself, make you question your worth. But instead, you gave them silence. You gave them the one thing they can't handle. Do you know why? Because your silence forces them to confront themselves. And that is their greatest fear. They spend their lives controlling others, so they never have to face their own weaknesses, their own failures, their own inner demons. But when you step away, when you give them nothing, when you refuse to play their game, they are left alone. And in that silence, in that emptiness, they see the truth. They were never powerful to begin with. Their entire existence was built on controlling others. And when they lose control over you, they lose themselves. Most people will never understand this. Most people are too weak to ignore, too desperate to prove themselves, too insecure to walk away. They think silence is losing. They think ignoring means they let the other person win. But that's the illusion, that's the trick. The second you react, the second you get pulled into their chaos, you've already lost. But when you ignore, when you refuse to engage, that is when you truly win. Because ignoring them isn't just about avoiding conflict. It's about showing them that their words, their manipulation, their attempts to control you mean absolutely nothing. And that kind of power, that kind of self-control, it drives them insane. Let them talk. Let them throw their words like daggers. Let them scream. Let them lie. Let them twist the truth. Because none of it matters. None of it has any power over you. They can only control what they can touch. And when you remove yourself from their reach, they are left powerless. They can try to spread rumors, they can try to provoke you, they can try to push every button they can find. But what happens when none of it works? What happens when you stand there, unmoved, unaffected, untouched? They crumble. They self-destruct, they destroy themselves trying to destroy you. Because the moment you ignore them, the moment you pull away and show them that they are nothing to you, their entire existence begins to collapse. You see, the people who seek control over others are the weakest ones of all. They don't have real power. They have the illusion of power. And that illusion only exists if you believe in it. But when you stop believing, when you refuse to acknowledge their games, their manipulation, their desperate need for your attention, the illusion fades. And once it fades, they have nothing left. You have something most people don't. You have the ability to walk away. You have the ability to stay silent. You have the ability to watch them burn themselves down without ever having to lift a finger. And that is true power. That is strength. Most people will never know. Because true strength isn't about proving yourself to the world. It's about knowing you don't have to. It's about walking through life without the need to explain, defend, or fight meaningless battles. It's about understanding that the strongest person in the room isn't the loudest, isn't the most aggressive, isn't the one who needs constant validation. The strongest person in the room is the one who can sit in absolute silence, unmoved, unshaken, untouchable. The ones who seek to control you will never admit it, but they fear you. They fear your discipline. They fear your self-restraint. They fear the fact that no matter what they do, no matter what they say, they will never truly get to you, because they don't matter. When they realize that, when they see that their words hold no weight, their actions hold no power, their manipulation holds no influence over you, they break. Let them underestimate you. Let them believe that silence is weakness. Let them believe that ignoring them means they've won. Because while they're busy trying to play their games, you're outgrowing them. While they're busy plotting, you're moving forward. While they're obsessed with trying to get your attention, you're focused on becoming the kind of person they could never be. You are unstoppable, not because you fight back, but because you don't need to. You are untouchable, not because you prove them wrong, but because you don't care. You don't react. You don't waste energy on those who don't deserve it. And that is what makes you dangerous. The world is full of people trying to drag you into their chaos, full of people who will test you, who will try to break you, who will try to make you believe that their opinions, their words, their control over you is real. But it isn't. It never was. The moment you wake up and realize that you are the only one in control of your mind, your emotions, your actions, that is the moment you become free. That is the moment you step into a level of power that few people will ever reach. So let them try. Let them do everything in their power to get a reaction out of you. Let them push. Let them provoke. Let them scream into the void. Because in the end, that's all they're doing. Screaming into nothing. And nothing is what they become.